What's up, football-loving maniacs? Time for another edition of Three Honest Lads. There's only two of us today, but I have one special one. Where do we start? I got to go back. Montverde High School. I mean, that's a famed academy all across the United States. You look at his youth career, Atletico Paranets. You go to Wake Forest. I mean, the list goes on and on. All-American, Herman semifinalist, ACC Midfielder of the Year. What else could we do except bring on basically your Rookie of the Year right now? At least he's got my vote. I don't get one, but one day I will. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I will exit stage right, and we will bring in Bruno Lapa from the Birmingham Legion. Bruno, how you doing, brother?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. You know, I try and give people an idea of what it's like to be on this show, and most people don't understand until they're sitting in the hot seat. And even in the hot seat, it's not that hot. It's pretty dull, to be honest. But we'll make it simple for you, man. We're just going to have a little fun. So let's start with the early years. Brazilian by nature, and you get the opportunity to come to the United States. Walk me through how that started. A famed academy that you came through in your youth career before you go to Montverde, and just kind of tell me how you got here.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me here. It's an honor to be here speaking with you. So moving to the United States, everything kind of happened pretty quickly. It was a little bit of a leap of faith that me and my family we decided to take. I was playing back home in front of my family, close to family, and everything was going well. And I never thought that I would end up in the United States playing soccer, and now I end up where I am today. And the opportunity to go to Montverde Academy came up. Mike Potempa reached out, and we talked it, and all of a sudden, in spare of maybe 1-2 months, I was already in summer school. I'm over it and get ready to start finish my high school career there. So it was pretty quickly, and I'm very glad it happened.
So the big question, because I've had the opportunity to chat with quite a few of former Deacons and guys that, what's it like playing for Bobby? Why Wake Forest first off, and then Bobby Muse? That's the big question, you know?
Yeah, I know. No, it's pretty special. I think after leaving Montverde, going to Wake Forest was a big goal of mine. I think watching college soccer and the games while I was in high school, Wake Forest drew my attention, and I liked the way they play, and I thought of myself, I want to play for this coach, for this coaching staff, for the program, and I think it was a very special 4 years of my life playing under Bobby. I think he does an extremely great job of developing players and winning and being successful. And I think he's going to continue to do so. So I was very happy to be a part of the Wake Forest program.
80 games played, 23 goals, 15 assists, as we mentioned, former ACC Midfielder of the Year, Mac Herman semifinalist. 2019, you guys make the storied run to the College Cup. I got to see you firsthand. Personally, fell in love with your playing style, what you were capable of, your squad. I think Bobby does it right, in my opinion. I think he teaches, a philosophy where you play. It's not run and gun, with all due respect to other programs, but he makes you put the ball on the deck and work for it. You guys fall short. You actually grabbed a goal in that semifinal in the second half to bring you guys back, and there was this passion about you that really took me by storm, and was actually quite surprised, to be honest, that the MLS opportunity didn't come. There's the international spot, the roster spot that everybody can talk about. Can you just kind of walk me through the final whistle and the semifinals after College Cup loss to Virginia, and you onto campus, stepping into your opportunity with the Birmingham Legion?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're all very excited with the run that we made in the Final Four. I think we had a lot of injuries, important guys that end up getting hurt during the tournament, and I think Bobby did a great job of putting us together and coming up with tactics every game to make sure that we continue the run, continue to be successful. We played a game against UVA, which is with a lot of great players in their team as well, and I think it was a good game. Unfortunately, it was raining a lot that day, and the ball was even moving some part of the field. But it was unfortunately we ended up losing, and I think it took me actually a few days to hit me that my time at Wake Forest was over. I think after the game, you just kind of hug the guys and you high five and you think that you're gonna be back next week or you're gonna be back next semester. And when it hit me, it was a little bit of a of a little of a reality check where you start looking to future opportunities and what's going to happen with your life. And I went to see my family, spend some time at home, and of course looking forward to the professional opportunity. I think for myself, the draft didn't go the way I expected, and the way I thought things could follow on. But if me and my family continue to be positive and looking in a positive side of how this can be a good thing for me in my future, and I think Birmingham Legion gave me a great opportunity, and I'm very grateful to be here with this organization, and they trust in my potential, and I'm hopefully I can continue to help them win games.
Bruno, question for you. Did you know, this is at ESPN, did you know the background for those games? Did you know that about 35 minutes prior to kick for your match, they actually came up to the booth and talked about suspending the game? Did you hear about that?
No, I never heard about that. That's
crazy, right?
Wow, that's crazy. Yes.
Yeah, and you're obviously a player in the match. I don't think people really realized how poor the field conditions were. Speaking to the groundskeeper, so he told me he arrived there on Thursday morning because games are Friday and Sunday. He arrived there Thursday morning at like 6:45, and it rained from 6:45 Thursday morning nonstop until the next night. And to your point, the ball was just kind of sitting in spots. I felt bad because there was some great football being played on the pitch, but it almost hindered the ability for it to take an even bigger step, right?
It limited a little bit of the show of the game and the beauty of the game a little bit. We were at the hotel, kind of just waiting for the game, and we saw on Twitter people posting pictures of people trying to dry the field out and try to do everything that they could to make sure that the field is ready. But unfortunately, just that happened. But props to UVA for beating us and make it to the final.
Okay, so I do have a couple college questions, but we're going to come back to it. I want to fast forward a little bit here. Tommy Stone, storied coach in United States soccer, started building something last year with Jay Heaps. I have huge admiration for Jay Heaps. I grew up watching him, his time in the MLS and coming out of Duke. How do you end up there? What was the courtship process like? As you mentioned, the draft didn't go your way, but still a great opportunity. And why Birmingham?
So after the draft, and kind of letting, I think it took a day to kind of let it sit and think about my next opportunity. I got into a phone call with Tommy. Tommy called me. We had a very good conversation, and he explained to me how he wanted to play and how he needed a 10 on his team. So we had a good talk. He was pretty honest with me and pretty straightforward with what he was looking for. And out of the options, I believe that Tommy was a guy that I really trust what he was trying to build here. And he told me that last year was a special year for the franchise. It was the first year of the franchise. They make the playoffs, and they're looking to build something special here. And that's why I decided to come to Birmingham.
Bruno, I think it's easy for people to say, I'm surprised he didn't get drafted, and I would agree with that. Conversely, there are rules that I don't agree with in the United States about international players, the way the roster spots fill out. Given all that, were you surprised you didn't get drafted?
I was a little bit. I think you, in the end of the day, like, you have those dreams and you have those expectations after having a good college career, and I think the people that I was talking to and the people around me, they all have expectations as well, and you kind of end up feeding from the hopes that the other people have about you being drafted, and people talking about it. A lot of people wish you good luck in the day of the draft, text team about it. Hey, I'll be looking for your name and things like that. So it was a little bit of a shock, a little bit of a sad moment. But the next day, I was ready up training and continue to stay ready for my next opportunity. So I shook it off pretty quickly, and I think everything happens for a reason. And I'm very glad I ended up in Birmingham.
In this weird start that we have, you guys never got the opportunity back in March to get your season going. You were one of the few teams that did not step on the pitch. So your arrival had to wait, right? You did get to train, but then there's the delay due to COVID-19. The restart happens on July 15th. And I'm going to do this off the top of my head, if I'm not mistaken, 3 goals, 2 assists in 3 games. Is that right?
Yes.
Selfish. You're selfish. No, it's a beautiful start. You know, we saw it firsthand. ESPN2, July 15th, Memphis 901 FC. And my running partner, Mike Watts, he's another one of the co-hosts for 3 Honest Lads. I said to him, do not sleep on this kid. I said, watch what he's capable of. You showed the world on the national stage. It was great, and you've continued that up with a great performances each and every match so far. North Carolina FC right around the corner on Saturday. I'm curious, and I understand that it's a very small window. What has been the biggest thing you've learned in your professional career so far?
For me, even though we just started the season not too long ago, you have to bring the level every single day. You have to be sharp. You have to be at your best, because if you're not, somebody else's will, and the other team will, and you won't get the results that you want. So it's not about what you did in the past or what you did in the past games. You have to continue to perform at your highest level every single day. And I think, and that's something that we see in training every day. I mean, in seeing games that everybody's hungry to win, no matter if it's a possession drill, if it's a small-sided drill, if it's the game on the weekend. It's about you making sure that you are at your best, and even though you did what you did last week, you have to bring this week and the week after that. So for me, that's one of the things that I've learned so far during this past few weeks.
Let's talk about the transition from the collegiate game to professional. A lot of people don't experience it. I played 2 years of college ball. I left. I wasn't at an ACC school. I wasn't at a Wake Forest national contender every year. But making that jump for me was one of the biggest differences in my life, where you kind of turn the corner and go, whoa, everything speeds up a little bit. The mistakes have to be much more finite. What's it been like for you so far in terms of the level?
I think it's definitely different. It's definitely challenging. You are playing with more experienced players. The room for mistake is it's smaller, and you have to be sure that you're sharp and you're in your level every day. However, the level that you see every day at Wake Forest, the program that I was, it's very high as well. I think Bobby and the whole coaching staff, they do a very, very great job to make sure that we are doing the most that we can to be professional, to make sure that everybody feels like we are in a professional environment, competing every day, everybody push each other, coaching staff being harsh on everybody. So I think Wake Forest, maybe not only me, but if you talk to other guys that left the program, I think does a very good job of preparing guys to make sure that they're ready to play at the next level.
So here's a hard one, because you don't know what the future holds, and things are very young. It's a great start so far, but what are your goals? Do you want to play in the MLS? Do you want to play overseas? Does it not matter and you want to play for 20 years? What inside of you do you want to tell people?
I think as of right now, of course, it's easy, but I want to continue to have a good experience here in Birmingham. I'm really focused on this very short season that we have. It feels like a college season in some way, with the amount of games that we are having in such a small window, but I want to continue to help the team win games. I think it's still early, but I think we see some good glimpses of what we are capable of. And in the big picture, yeah, I think it's every kid's dream to be in overseas and hopefully also play in front of my family again. So playing back home is also a dream of mine. But as of right now, I have my path here in Birmingham, and I want to continue to do my best here and see what happens after that.
Go back to college for a second. You guys played Maryland. I can't remember if it was the round of 16 or round of 32. I'm sure you let Eli know that every single time you play him. Are you guys friends? Do you get along, or you just rub it in every single time?
Yeah, no, we're very close friends. I think I already told him 3 or 4 times that I ended his college career. So we make fun of that, but then he comes back at me saying that he won a national championship and I didn't. So I'm like, yeah, fair. But we have a good time and good laughs about it.
Just tell him he won't always be able to lean on Big Brother on the back line, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Alex, of course. Okay, so we got kind of the generics out of the way. Couple specifics. Stepping onto the pitch so far. I know Nico's still coming back from that hip flexor. Brian Wright's in there. We just talked about Alex on the back line. Matt's in goal. Anybody for you that you've you said Eli you're friends with, but whether it's playing style or friendships, anybody that you've kind of taken a liking to so far?
Yeah, I think couple guys. I think Bolu and Daigo. I think those are the two main guys that I've been learning and looking up to so far here in the club. Not only from what they can bring on the field, but also off the field, the mentality and the experience, and the talks that we have, and the tips that they give me every day. So those are the guys that in the club here. I'm trying to learn from them and continue to grow.
All right. Now let's get to the questions everybody wants to know, because we've talked about your footballing career, we've talked about the personal, and we've talked about the transition to the United States. Now let's get into the specifics of who is Bruno Lapa. So we like to do a lightning round here at Three Honest Lads before we close the interview out and get everybody off and running. There are crazy questions like, you know, toilet paper over or under, favorite color, you know, sandals, slides or slip-on, all these different things. So I'm just going to throw a couple at you. If you can, you just respond as fast as possible, all right?
Okay, I'll try. I'll do my best.
All right. So let's go with an easy one. Favorite color?
Black.
Black. Is that a Wake Forest thing?
Yeah, black and gold.
Fair enough. I love that.
And Birmingham Legion.
There you go. Hey, you wear the same colors, right? That's not too bad. Little switch over. And I always got to know this because there's a big differentiation between myself and some of the other guys that come on here. Chocolate or gummy candy?
Chocolate, for sure.
Chocolate?
Yes.
Good man. I knew
100%.
I liked you. You're so much smarter than the rest of these guys. Most hated ACC school that you have to play against? Had to, I should say.
Interesting. I think with the rivalry, and I think let's put Clemson.
Clemson?
Yes.
Want to go kick Robbie Rogers one more time, huh?
Yeah. No, they're a very good school. Yeah.
How about, that's the most hated. How about feared? Did you have the fear? No fear at all, right?
No fear from anybody, no.
Good man. During your college career, player that maybe you admired the most, could have been someone older than you when you were young, or when you were a junior or senior having your standout year, someone that you looked over and went, wow, he's really good. Anybody stand out?
Ian Harkes.
Really? Ian Harkes?
Yeah, Ian Harkes. Yeah, he's a guy that I play, even though I played one season with him,
beast.
I really look up to him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, men amongst boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a good mentor in his father, and he's doing wondrous things across the pond. Let's switch things up a little bit. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Steak. Brazilian steakhouse.
Brazilian steakhouse?
Yes.
Fair enough. Little tempanillo.
Yeah.
Throw it up next to it. Fair enough. Okay. What about coming to America? Has there been a food that's kind of jumped out that you had not had before that you've made a mainstay in your diet?
I never had avocado before coming to the US, but now I eat every day, twice a day, and it's something that I learned here in the United States, so I'll say avocado.
Avocado, huh?
Yes.
That's an interesting one. Okay. They didn't give you that at Montverde, huh?
Nah, none of that.
Well, now you can afford to buy it your own. You're professional. A couple more. Sleep on top of the sheets or underneath the sheets?
Underneath,
right?
Yeah.
It's got to be underneath. My wife says no. She tries to get me to sleep on top. I kick her out. She kicks me out. It's a circle that keeps going round and round.
Oh God.
People are going to want to know, boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Yeah, good man. Okay, keep it going here.
Yeah.
Biggest regret in your life, playing-wise? Can be a missed performance, can be a game you didn't win, you name it.
Does it have to be specific or just more general?
You can be as specific or as general as you want.
I think whenever I leave the field and I didn't give everything that I had, or I didn't do something because I was scared of doing something and then I regret afterward, I think that's for me that kills me. It stays in my head for days. I just wish I could go back, but now I try to limit those.
If you were standing in front of all the Birmingham fans right now, every single season ticket holder, every single person who bought a single game ticket last year, anybody that's a fan anywhere, whether they can attend or not, your guys' strong start, 2 wins and a draw, your personal strong start, what would you want to say about the club and where you want to take it?
I think we're very excited for the start, but we also continue to work hard as we were before, even harder to continue to win games, and we're looking forward to bring a trophy to the city.
Interesting. Couple more. Skiing or surfing?
Surfing.
Smart man. Now, can you actually surf is the question?
I used to when I was young, when I used to go to the beach with my family, but I stopped going to the beach, so it's been a while since I didn't. But
You're not surfing in Birmingham, are you?
nah, no, it's kind of hard.
They're going to have to put in a special pond out there for you. Bruno, we are beyond grateful for your time. Thank you so very much. Continue the beautiful play we love seeing out there on the pitch. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon, all right?
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, bud. We'll speak soon.
All right.
Everybody, Bruno Lapa, 3 Honest Lads. We'll see you soon. Football loving maniacs, we love you. Peace.